Good morning, traders. It's Thursday, July 30th, and I am up to do some trading. I'm going to look for and find and take the code 2 for this morning and go for 100 ticks. So I'll be back shortly. I'm going to take a trade and see if I can't nail the code 2. Every day what I'm trying to do, a perfect day, this would be a perfect day, is I take one trade, just one trade, not two trades, not three trades, just one trade, and hit 100 ticks. That is a perfect day using code 2. Well, 200 ticks would be, no, a perfect day is 100 ticks. 200 ticks is just, comes around once in a while. But when they do come around, they sort of come around a lot. You can get 200 ticks over and over again when they come around. But when they're not around, they're nowhere to be found. Actually, yesterday was 180 ticks, but still it wasn't 200. And usually to get 200, you're hitting well over 200, like 240 or something like that, 250. Okay, I'll be back shortly. I'm going to take a trade. Code 2. I'm going to try to catch code 2 for 100 ticks. For those of you in my charting, I guess I could try to help you a little bit right now. I told you that today would be a little bit tricky because it was sitting on the fence. Well, right now, as it looks right now, it looks to me like it's going to be a rollover code and it's going to go short. But it might not. It's very possible that all of this could be a trick. And that what it'll do is this thing will actually go long maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to do what I said. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to see, and I'm going to watch, and then I'll be able to tell, and then I'm going to take the entry, and I'll hit it. I'm trying to get this thing right, not go out on a limb or anything like that. Just get it right, hit the entry, and then write it for 100 ticks. It moved 120 the day before yesterday, 180 yesterday. It's time to go for 100. I'll be back. So just remember, just because the daily chart looks like it's going to go down, just because it looks like it's a rollover code on the 10-minute, doesn't mean that it is. It could easily be a ruse. They do it all the time in this. So be on your toes. Look at the code. Go by the code, not by, sure, the chart is a guide, but right now the chart, just like before, I said it was 50-50, it's still that way. It could still go up very easily, and the whole entire daily chart will turn from a line at the top with a red bar starting to all of a sudden a green bar going up and it getting rid of that line. Seriously, the whole thing will just change. It'll go from what would look like one chart, and all of a sudden it'll look like a completely different chart. And oil does that all the time. So how do you know? Well, the code, obviously. So I'm reading the code, tracking it, and I am getting ready to take an entry. I'll be back shortly. Already right now, it looks like we've got a code. We've got a code long, it looks like already. Code long signal to go long. It already looks like it's in place. Just waiting for a confirmation on the signal right now. And then I'll go long. Let me show you the daily chart. This is what I wanted to show you. You see there's a line there with a red bar going down. This whole entire dynamic could change. And it could all of a sudden, as it goes back up again, it'll turn into a green bar instead of a red bar. And then that line that's there, as it starts to go up, it'll just eat that line up. And that line won't exist there anymore. It'll just be a green bar. And if it goes all the way up to the top of where that line is, then it'll be a green bar the whole way up. And in other words, what the chart looks like right now won't look like that in just a little while if this thing shoots up. So everybody's thinking, oh, go short, go short, go short. Yeah, well, guess what? I think it just made a code 2 code reversal. It's about to go long. I'm waiting for confirmation of that right now. I'll be right back. I'm going to take an entry. Okay, the thing just shot up on me and caught me going, I got in long right there, but you could see it got at the top. I took a code 1 long entry into what I believe is a code 2 trade. I have tightened the stop up to 65. Okay, it just stopped me right there. Reevaluating the code, and I'll be right back to take another position. But before I do, I can mathematically narrow it down and wait for mathematical confirmation. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go calculate that. Okay, I'm not going to want to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and start free trading the code here. Be right back. Okay, I have taken another long position here. We got a long signal off of code 1. Also, I believe that the code 2 is still going to be up here. Yeah, I still believe it's going to be up. And what it did is it just barely got me on the stop. The codes intermingled with each other, and it just barely got me. I mean, it happens. You'll see that in the charting that I do. In the code 1 charting that I chart out every day, for code 1, you see that. So, it helps when you see this stuff every day in the charting. It really helps. And then it's like this becomes a code that you just can read, like something that you practice and you get good at it. I'll come back shortly. I believe that we're in the code 2 trade, though. I believe we're good to go for... Let me calculate the exit. I'll be right back. I'm going to leave the 100 tick exit. If the code runs about 120 today, it'll hit it no problem. And it may just do that because you see how I showed you the daily chart and how it looked like it was going to go down. It had a line at the top and had a red bar going down. I mean, it really looked like it was going to go down. So all the chart players out there, everything looking at that going, ooh, we got ourselves a daily that's going to start going down here. Blah, blah, blah. They're getting ready to jump on board. Well, I think they're going to get caught short here, and this thing's going to shoot way up and really make them pay a price for catching the bait, taking the bait, and it's going to shoot way higher. It's a very good possibility. So just like it did yesterday, and if it does go up, it'll probably break the previous high. Well, actually maybe not, but it'll at least come up to it, come up and come to the top of it. So we'd be able to get the 100 ticks, no problem, if that be the case, if it does go up, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it in there. Otherwise, I'd back it off to like 65, 48, 65, back it off 12 ticks. Because that would be the normal 100 ticks. But I believe it'll go a little further today. So, but let me figure out what will constitute a mathematical certainty in this trade. I'll be right back. Well, we're not at a mathematical certainty yet because it's kind of large today, but we're at a very high probability right now. Very high probability that I've got it right. Code 2 is to go up, and that this thing is just going to go up today. And see, let me show you the daily. Now, like magic, right in front of your eyes, the daily chart is taking on a whole new look to it now. Now it's, instead of having a line up here with a red bar going down, where that line that was a red bar. Okay, instead of it looking like that, like it's going to go down, now it all of a sudden looks, like possibly it's going to go up. We're starting a green bar here with a line at the bottom, and all of a sudden, watch what happens when this thing goes all the way to the top today. it'll just be this green bar. And it'll have taken on a totally new look and dynamic to it. That's what I was trying to show you, that the code 2 can catch that, which I caught. And boom, gonna make a big trade today. Should be able to hit 100 ticks today. And the reason why is because it'll go up big after looking like it was gonna go down. First it catches everybody, and then it takes off the other way. Ta-da! Code 2 catches it before it even happens, and predicts it before it even happens. Now, is that amazing or what? You want to see the clock? You want to see the time? You think it's some kind of a replay? Okay. Okay, first here is the atomic clock. It's 7:11 a.m. Pacific time. And here is the world clock. You can redo that. Okay, world clock, you see, Rome, 4:12. Kuala Lumpur, 10:12 p.m. See your time somewhere in there. Madrid, 4:12. Hong Kong, 10:12. Cape Town, 4:12 p.m. Right? And then we've got CNBC. There's their oil. We'll redo it. 48.73 they've got. They only update it every so often. Okay, 48.73. It's still okay. 48.73, and we've got 48.96. See, they're off. They measured it when it was down here. We're actually like my entry, or close to it. Bit. I just wanted to show I'm stepping away with a break-even stop in place at 78. So if it comes back down right there, I'm simply going to break even. Of course, I'm going to lose for the day because I lost on the first trade. But it's too choppy. There is a good chance that it's just going to come down now and come all the way down, break below this low, and come the exact opposite way. There is a chance of that. It will mean that it was a really tight day from the code 2. Real tight. 60 ticks. Which is very tight. It's still not over with though. There's still a very good chance that it's just going to go right back up and go and break this high up here today. So I'm in it long. I'm not going to give up this position. I'm just going to hold it, break even stop. I'm just going to let it go for the 100 ticks. If it does go all the way up there and break, it'll probably make the 100 ticks today. I'm going to be back in just a little bit, but I just need to, step away from the computer for a little while. And I just wanted to show you that it's all set up, ready to go. Everything's going to take care of itself. And if it does hit the break-even stop today, I'm going to call it a day anyway. I'm all done for today. Because I don't want to trade this chop for code 1. And plus I got a whole bunch of things to do. And so I'm just going to let this thing go. And I'll be back later to record it and show the outcome of it and everything. But I just wanted to show you what's going to happen here. Here's the clock, 9:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You see the time there is 8:50 on the chart. A little bit after 8:50 is 9:25. Okay? Just confirming the time right there. You see it's not some sort of a replay or something. Okay, I will be back to show you the final outcome of this trade. Okay, it has stopped me out there. I believe it's one of those days it's going to go down. Well, anyway, I am going to call it a day today. And I'll be back tomorrow to catch the code 2 trade. And tomorrow will be the last day of the week. It should be a pretty easy one tomorrow, and I'll come out and catch it, and hopefully it'll be a good day tomorrow for the code 2, because today certainly wasn't. So I'll do the charting later and be back tomorrow for another code 2 try. Happy trading out there, traders.